My son would not be the person he is today without that therapy, which is just grounded. He's comfortable with himself. What more can you ask for is a human being that's comfortable with themselves?
I work with special needs students, and a lot of them come from either trauma backgrounds or just situations that are, been really difficult for them. As a teacher, I'm not always able to stop what I'm doing, and I have to run a classroom, and so sometimes I'll have a student that is struggling, and as much as I can try to console them, if I know I have the opportunity to be able to connect with a jumping mouse person in our building, we have the ability to really help that child on the core level of when they're in their most fight or flight moment.
Something like Jumping Mouse as a part of a larger ecosystem of student support is really critical to get at that part of education, which is to develop people so they can have happiness and fulfillment in their lives.
Every child needs to be seen, heard, and validated. When a child comes to Jumping Mouse, they direct their therapy through play. Our therapists are there to provide safe boundaries, to witness and to walk with children and their families as they heal.
My son was being supported at the highest level, and I could see that in him. He wasn't acting out at school. I wasn't getting reports from teachers of any behavioral issues.
Being a teacher sometimes can feel pretty isolating. You're in your classroom and you're, working with your group of students. I was able to join a book club and work with a group of teachers along with a member of Jumping Mouse to work on what our needs were. It really did teach us that we can network, and it built wonderful friendships.
Internal challenges may present as emotional and behavioral dysregulation, affecting families and classrooms. In addition to providing therapy, Jumping Mouse offers training in trauma-informed care and providing support and strategies in the classroom, which benefits all children.
The work in the book groups has helped teachers change their practices, think differently about how they resolve conflict between students, how they support kids in their regulation, and just make their classrooms better places.
Here at Jumping Mouse, we started with play therapy for children. As that strengthened, we increased support to parents and developed stronger relationships with local schools. When children and families heal, positive impacts are felt throughout the community. Together, we are strengthening the future of Jefferson County.
I'm there to educate and to make sure that students are following through the steps of life and they're meeting their milestones, but they can't do that when they are in fight or flight mode. And so to be able to have that support from Jumping Mouse so that I can pivot as a teacher and meet that student's needs, that's a very powerful piece to have them in our classrooms.
Being able to have services that go into the school is critical. Jumping Mouse really impacts my work as a superintendent, our work as a system, because it's just part of that ongoing work of affecting climate and culture.
He did well. He was making friends during this time. My son is a healthy adult who has had the good fortune to be able to work through what could have been trauma that really stuck. I wish there was a Jumping Mouse on every corner for every child. Our world would be a different place. Yeah.